saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Angeles Rams. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on second and 14. Murray. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
19 yards there on the catch and run. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Murray now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack him, because right now they might have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Murray going to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 and spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Hands it off out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
He got 29 yards that time. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top for Miller. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. He's at the 50. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
McCann's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And his pass is intercepted. Time today. Key.
Crucial.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Goes right back to McBride. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Running right through him. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
First down, Murray. He'll get this to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Cards have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. The 40. The 20. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but he's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a couple moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Murray's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Murray now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cardinals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. On EA Sports. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
77 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey McBride,
49 yards.
And the Cardinals start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is pretty much...
A big play there for L.A. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw here. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll try to run this one in. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown! There's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw it, Murray.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower